Join us on the show right now. Very pleased to have with us from the Virginia Shooting Sports Association, Mr. Dave Adams. Dave, good evening, sir.
Hey, Cam, how are you tonight?
I am good. Thanks for coming on the program.
No problem.
Appreciate your time. And, we've talked a lot about the Woolard case, the case out of Maryland where a federal judge has ruled that the May issue statute basically unconstitutional, that the state of Maryland needs to switch to a standard where if somebody wants to carry a firearm for self-defense and they meet all of the statutory requirements, that license is given out. This case is now before the Fourth Circuit, and the Virginia Shooting Sports Association has filed an amicus brief?
Yes, we joined with the California Rifle and Pistol Association Foundation and one other group, Steve Hallbrook, who's also a VSSA Life member, and Dan Peterson, who is in his firm with him, who's also a VSSA member, approached us because, the Fourth Circuit is Maryland, Virginia, North Carolina, and a few other states, and so it just made sense that Virginia Shooting Sports Association would get involved and support the decision of the federal judge in Maryland, because it's important that we get a decision, hopefully, that says that we've got a right to carry outside the home as well as inside the home, which is really all Heller and McDonald said.
Absolutely. I did notice that Judge Reinhart in the Ninth Circuit, this was a sort of a footnote or an aside in a case that didn't directly deal with right to carry, talked about recently clearly the right to keep and bear arms exists outside of the home. So, just as this federal judge at the district court level said, clearly it seems to me like, David, there is a growing consensus among the judiciary that the right to keep and bear actually means the right to keep and bear.
Well, it only makes sense because, you don't stay locked up inside your home 24 hours a day. And a lot of folks want to carry to protect themselves outside the home. And, it'd be great if we could get the court to affirm something I think that we all believe and make that part of their decision.
Absolutely. Okay, so what specifically did the amicus brief that the Virginia Shooting Sports Association signed on to? What argument specifically does this advance? I know a lot of times, the amicus briefs themselves will focus on different aspects of the question that's being addressed.
Well, I think they went into a lot of the case law that has been around Virginia. I think he mentions Massachusetts in there as well. And I'm not an attorney, so a lot of this is an attorney speak. But basically, he's just making the case based on a lot of different case law that they go into that, we have a right to keep and bear arms outside the home. And I think they did a great job drafting the brief. We've got a copy of it on our website, www.myvssa.org. So anybody who wants to read it, it's there, and they can just download a copy and see what's in.
All right. Well, Dave, again, it looks like this case is going to be on an expedited schedule. The Fourth Circuit has allowed the May issue statute to remain in effect, but they've moved up the case, I guess, and now the trial or the oral arguments are going to be held in October. So we could see, I guess, a decision on this, in the very early months of next year.
Yeah, in fact, I think sometime between October 23rd and the 26th is when it's supposed to wind up on the docket. So that's just a couple months down the road.
Absolutely, and that means that, again, no matter what the Fourth Circuit decides, I think one side or the other will appeal this up to the Supreme Court. We'll see if the Supreme Court takes this, but clearly we're working towards the Supreme Court likely taking a right to carry course. Certainly within the next 4 years, which means, whoever's president over the next 4 years is going to have an opportunity to shape the court that will hear a right to carry case.
That's why I think everyone is saying this is the most important election in our lifetime, and I know we hear that a lot, but I think it takes on a lot more meaning for gun owners now, knowing that we've had these cases coming down the pike. It was said all along after Heller it was going to be a slow process, winning our rights back one step at a time. I know that the NRA has been very careful picking the cases they've been involved in. I don't think anyone would doubt that Steve is one of the best Second Amendment scholars out there and attorneys out there. And the fact that he got involved and asked us to join, I think, says a lot about this Maryland case and what it can mean to gun owners.
Absolutely. Well, listen, Dave, thanks again for coming on the program, sir. Appreciate it, and look forward to talking again soon.
Thanks, Cam.